Hey everybody, welcome back to Halfshelltoys and Collectibles. So the last 24 hours in sales were crazy. The best Monday I've ever had, the best day for sales I've ever had, period. So we've got 10 packages we've got to send out today. One of those packages contains 21 items. So that was the very first sale on Monday that kind of kicked this off. So that first item is this Hess truck. So it's like a hauler with a race car, and this is from 1991. I had 21 of these, and someone bought every single one of them. So luckily, I still have the shipper case for these, the original shipper case. So shipping it's gonna be pretty easy. It's not a full case, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of prepping for the box, but not much. So so I had these listed for $10.50 a piece. I had them listed as high as $20, and not a single one of them was selling. So and they've been listed for over a year. So I got an offer for $8 a piece. So I took it. So 21 of them by 8. So that was $168. And the buyer ended up paying tax and shipping altogether. It was $308 for them all. I actually got these for free, gifted to me by a family member. So through the loops, they were from an actual distributor back in the 90s that they had got them from after he passed away. So so that was good. You know, it's pure profit for me since they were gifted to me. So yeah, $168. By the time we get done with shipping and stuff, I'm sure I'll save a little bit on the shipping. So I'm guessing that the $168 will probably be close to my profit on these guys. So that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. They've been sitting for a year with 0 sales, and now they're all gone. So I'm happy with that. So the next thing, actually some vintage baby clothes. My mom picked these up in a lot of modern clothes. I liked them, so I said, I'll give them a shot on eBay. So we got this little jumper right here. It's got a vintage train on it and stuff. These are probably like late 70s, early 80s is my guess. Maybe mid to late 80s, I'm not sure. It's kind of what I guessed on that. This definitely looks like it's 70s, maybe. It's got an old J.C. Penney tag on it. Toddler time. But the shirt and the little jumper, sold them together in a lot, got $5. So they came in a lot of stuff. We kept some of the newer clothes for my son and sold these. I think she paid less, around $5 for everything. So we got free clothes out of the deal with that one. And then we sold this Scary Stories Herald Pop, and it sold for $9.89 plus shipping. Pops are really slow. I've always been slow for me, but I usually always sell one. I usually always sell like one a week. So, and actually yesterday I sold 2. So this is the second one that sold, and it's a Marvel Mysterio, and it's from Spider-Man Far From Home. I accepted an offer on this one. I had it listed for 10, and I accepted an offer of 7 for that one. And usually my pops, I'm like $1 or $2 into them, so not a whole lot. So you know, $4 or $5 profit on that one, and $8 profit on the other one. But people do collect them, so I do pick them up as long as I can get them cheap. Okay, so our next one we have. All right, so these buttons. I got these buttons in a vintage Christmas lot, and by what I can tell with my research, that this one is definitely 1970s Hallmark, even though it doesn't say Hallmark anywhere on it. But in the 70s, Hallmark had many different items with this particular Santa on it, like coasters and other things. So the best guess that I'd come up with the research that I've done on it is this was probably a Hallmark employee pin, something that they wore on their uniform in the 70s. And same thing with this button. It's the same size. So I'm guessing that this was also a Hallmark, because they were together in the same bag. Probably a Hallmark employee button. It doesn't say a Hallmark anywhere on it, but they did use these images on other items that they were selling in the 60s and 70s. So, but both of these, they're 3.5-inch buttons. I had them listed for $22 plus shipping each. And I had someone message me like maybe hours after listening to them yesterday. And they offered me 18 a piece plus shipping. So I took the ad down, made a lot ad for $36 plus shipping. So, I mean, with buying these in a lot, I was probably pennies a piece into these. So, that's an amazing profit. So, after fees and everything, I'm probably gonna be profiting about $35 on both of these buttons. So that's really good. The person that's getting them was super excited to have them. So when I accepted her offer of $36 for the two, she was just super excited. So she's an avid vintage Christmas collector, so she was really, really excited about it. And our next item that we sold was this vintage 70s ashtray. It's kind of got like an orange sunburst to it. It's in really good condition. I cleaned it up, but it wasn't that filthy to begin with. So there's no cracks in the ceramic itself, but it's a very beautiful piece. So someone sent me an offer on this. I had it listed for $19.99, and it was on sale for $17.50. And they sent me an offer for $15. I was $1 into this, so of course I was going to take that. So after fees and shipping and stuff, it should be close to, $14, $15 profit on this guy. So that was a pretty good deal. And our next one, we've been having Dutch Brothers stuff in almost every single video that I've done so far. But this one, these are from back in June. Dutch Brothers did a, I don't know if you guys can see those very well, but they're tattoos. So, temporary tattoos. These were done on June 28th of this year. And they weren't super popular like the stickers were, but we still managed to sell this set of 3 for $6.74. And they were free. So after shipping, $5 for the 3, a cup of coffee. So happy with that. Our next one is this 2020 Jason Dominguez. It's a rated rookie prospect card. It's an optic. It's a really nice card. It sold for $2.39 plus the ride. So after this is all said and done, I'll probably make about $2 on this card. So not bad. And then our next one. So this is an item that I've actually had in my store for since at least this time last year. So about a year. I kind of dabbled in doing some resale at the very end of summer last year. Because none of my cars were moving and I had some extra free time, so I went to some yard sales. And this is one of the items that I picked up at an estate sale. It was like fill a bag for $5. And I think I spent like $20 at that estate sale. And I have sold everything that I got there except for this item. So, and I have made a couple $100 on the stuff that I already got. So this one's pure profit. And it is this old, like, late 80s, early 90s joystick. It's really cool. It's really clean. Looks like it's hardly ever been used. It sold for $7.19. So they're paying $18.55 to have this item that's including shipping. So yeah, that was in my store for well over a year, or pretty close to a year, and it's finally sold. When they say if you list something it'll eventually sell, well, that one did, and I'm glad it did. And our last item we have here is a lot of comic books. So there's a lot of 18 Witchblade comic books. They're all early issues and special editions. So like this isn't a special edition. It's number 1 of a special edition. This is a special edition. And then there's just a bunch of early release issues, and then there's a few in board and sleeve that are also special issue. So all 18 of these sold for $25 plus shipping. So they spent $35.34 shipped for those. So, and that's it. So all of those sales for 10 packages total, adding out to about $493.43. But in our last video, we actually had 2 items from Dutch Brothers that had sold Monday morning as well. And with adding those in, it was like a $525 day yesterday, which is awesome. That's the best I've ever done on a single day. I think the record before that was like $325. So I blew that out of the water by $200. So super, super, super excited about that. And that makes up for the slow weekend we had, which is awesome. So I'm going to do another video probably in the next 2 days with stuff that we've sold like in the next 48 hours. And then I'll put out that video on Friday. So, yeah. So here, let's check out the next 48 hours. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Halfshelltoys and Collectibles. It is Wednesday evening, and I just wanted to share a few items that we've sold in the last 24 hours with you guys. And the first one's not too exciting, but this is something that we picked up at the thrift store for like 99 cents. It's actually a Tupperware cheese saver. So you open it up and you put your cheese in here. They have one for an onion as well that we picked up. But this one sold for $8 plus shipping. So they paid $15 shipped for this item. And then we got a couple of Masters of the Universe cats, battle cats. So here's Thor's and Skeletor's cat. So these are from like 2020, I think, or 2021. They were sold at Walmart and Target maybe too. But someone bought both of these. And they sold for $16.50 plus shipping for the pair. So I think we got these in a lot of toys. So we're probably like $1 or $2 into each. So not a bad profit. Next item. This was a garage sale find. Super Mario Maker for the 3DS. And it's in there with the little manual. And I want to say we paid like $1 for this at a yard sale. And not a very high dollar game, but it sold for $8 plus shipping. So $15 shipped for the buyer. And then one of my other videos, I showed you guys volume 2 of this. This is like biblical history, homeschool material. And this is series 1 with 10 CDs, and it sold for $35.99 plus shipping. So, and I want to say I picked up series 1 and 2 for $5 at a yard sale. So I'm $2.50 into this. So that is a really good profit. And then our last item that we've sold in the last 24 hours is these little Tupperware midget containers. And they're not very tall, like 2.5 inches tall maybe. A little white one. And they've got little lids. This particular one though says pepper, and it's part of a set, salt and pepper set. But I don't have the correct lid for it. The correct lid would have a little pop lid on it so you can get your pepper out. So if I had the correct lid, I probably could have got more than what the whole lot sold for. This whole lot sold for $6.50 plus shipping. And I want to say we paid like a quarter for them for the whole set at a yard sale. So still not a bad profit. But so yeah, so $6.50. They ended up paying $13.88 shipped for that item. So, and that is the last item that's sold in the last 24 hours. So we will do one more video to wrap up our week on Friday. And then we'll be putting that video out Friday night. So let's go ahead and see what we sold in the next 24 hours. Hey everybody, welcome back to Halfshelltoys and Collectibles. It's Friday afternoon. We're probably about 20 minutes away from calling it a week and enjoying the weekend. And so this morning, yesterday, I had just a couple sales that were really small. A few Dutch Brothers stickers. I think I sold a troll and a pop. But this morning, I just got those done and out of here so I can get some things listed for the weekend. And getting ready for listing some Christmas stuff. I kind of want to start listing an item or two a week leading up to probably early November. And then early November, I'm going to start just listing tons of vintage Christmas stuff in my store. I've got boxes and boxes and boxes of vintage Christmas stuff to sell. But I did get out some stuff today to kind of start looking at what I have. So a lot of the boxes I haven't gone through yet. And so I do have an item that I wanted to show you guys. And these are probably from the 50s, maybe early 60s. But they're probably 6 inches tall. And I would say they're probably carolers, is my guess. She's a little dirty. I need to clean her up. But there's like almost zero flaws in the paint. There's no chips on these guys. Very, very nice. Here's another one holding a wreath. Just very beautiful vintage Christmas items. I love vintage Christmas stuff. So it may be hard for me to sell these. Because usually you don't find them in this good a condition. Now here's a boy. He's holding a wreath and he's dressed like Santa Claus. Just super, super nice condition. And these items were actually made in Japan. So that dates them. They're at least 50s, 60s, maybe even older. But definitely from the 50s. That time period. So yeah, that set of 3, I should be able to get $60 to $75 a piece, especially close to Christmas. I may sell them together since there is 2 girls and 1 boy. I may list them for like $199 and see if someone makes an offer or just snatches them up. So there are a few out there that are listed in pairs, and then there's some singles. So I don't see any sets of 3. So and I didn't see any where the boy was wearing a Santa Claus. So this one actually may be worth more. The Santa Claus outfit. Most of them were he was wearing like a white robe, that you would see a choir boy wearing. But so yeah, so that's one of the vintage Christmas items that I pulled out. I thought I'd just share it with you guys. Spent the last couple of days working on cleaning up my room. my office. Got my shipping station cleaned up and organized. A lot of that stuff, it was kind of a catch-all. I was constantly having to push stuff away to ship packages, so I got that cleaned up. Got a bunch of stuff listed that was like sitting over there. And then started working on piles that I just have around in here. This is typically my area to hang out, and I can't do that right now because it's just full of stuff that needs to be listed. So, so it feels a little bit better in here. At least I can push my chair all the way back from my desk and not be hitting stacks of stuff. But this area behind me, I'm hiding it with my body so you guys can't see how unorganized and terrible it is. But hopefully within the next couple weeks I can get that all figured out. My wife is probably going to be having our son any day now, within the next week or two, and I really want this room to be organized, clean, and sanitized. So if I'm out here working and she wants to bring him out here and watch some TV and hang out with me instead of just being in the house alone, she can. So that's less showing you guys what I'm selling and more getting stuff organized and cleaned up for her and for him coming out here. So that was my week. Monday was really good, and that's kind of carrying me this week. It's kind of slowed down since then. $500 day Monday, and then like $100 day Tuesday, and then it's been like 40, 50, 60, 70 the rest of the week. So, but still a really good week. I think we're over $800 for sales for the week. So hoping for a nice strong weekend. And then we'll do a video on Monday of the items we have to ship out. So thanks guys for all the support. And if you're watching this watching our channel for the first time, hit that subscribe button. We're on Instagram, Facebook. I'm trying to post something on those platforms at least 2 or 3 times a week. Just funny memes or stuff that I'm listing. It's just kind of a fun Instagram and Facebook to follow. So follow us, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks. One left when the lights go out. I'm down to one last breath, but I can't stop now.